You are listening to the Sports CDP Crash Course, your go-to podcast for all things sports related. We talk about how sports clubs and teams can sell more tickets and merchandise than ever before, and how they can negotiate sponsorship agreements of higher value. We also champion women's sports and discuss how data and innovation can help bring equality to the sports industry. We have interviewed industry leaders who have worked with the likes of the NFL, FC Barcelona, Women in Football UK, FIBA, the Davis Cup, just to name a few. So don't miss out. Listen to today's episode. The volume of data in the world is expected to double by 2026. That's in less than 3 years' time. And with the prominence of AI lately, digitalization is quickly maturing. So where are we in the sports industry? What are we doing with all this data? That's what we're talking about in today's episode. The sports industry gets a lot of flack, albeit warranted, for being painfully traditional and slow to adopt new technologies. The women's side, which has the most technologically savvy audience compared to the men's side, does not seem to be embracing this fact and using it to create win-win situations for all stakeholders involved. For example, using data to encourage ticket sales while also using that same data to increase fan experiences. This would then help with securing higher sponsorship agreements that then inject much needed revenue into the club, so that the club can continue to create even better experiences, and so on and so forth. The so-called virtuous cycle. However, to be fair, most organizations across different industries don't typically embrace innovation and change until they have to. But unfortunately, with this kind of approach, sometimes the changes implemented come a bit too late, creating difficult situations for all involved. So, should clubs dive right into the deep end and start using AI, Web3, data, and everything that might pop up in the next year or so? Because let's be honest, nowadays it seems like there is a new innovation coming out every other day. But not at all. Clubs should not dive to implement every new trend. But there are a few guidelines clubs should follow in order to make sure that they're always in the know on technology and how this could help them with their goals and key metrics. Key metrics such as ticket and merchandise sales, match day attendance, streaming or viewership, and sponsorship revenue, etc., etc. Here are a few guidelines. 1. Have the right perspective. Technology is there to help you and your fans get the most out of each of your interactions. This will indeed enhance the game and not detract from it. This is the perspective to have. Number 2, be curious. Explore the available solutions, innovation, technologies out there with curiosity. Ask yourself, how is this going to help our stakeholders get the most out of every game we play? Number 3, follow the right thought leaders that work specifically with sports. Everyone is trying to make money nowadays, and you are no exception. So make sure that you find the right thought leaders that have decades of experience in sports and technology. But don't take everything at face value. Remember, be curious and keep probing. Number 4, think less consultation and more self-service. The sports industry is heavily reliant on consultants for many different reasons, such as time constraints and limited resources. But this is a very expensive and ineffective approach to take in the long term. So find simple to use and reliable self-service solutions that you and your club can grow with, which leads us to number 5, upskill team members, especially when you start using self-service solutions. Upskilling is very important because it means that your team can be independent and capable of achieving higher results. Number 6, experiment with product offering and approach. Try new things. Risk aversion is something that most humans do as naturally as breathing. And this again comes down to perspective. Do you think you'll ruin things if you try something new? The only way to truly innovate and leverage all new technology in the best way is to try it. So feel free to experiment. So while working with data and innovation such as AI and rushing into digitalization is very important, you have to make sure that you are approaching it in the right way. What other guidelines do you use when approaching technology? If your goal is to get more supporters, superior sales, and real revenue, then visit our website at datatalks.sc and fill out our demo form to experience firsthand how we can help you. Data Talks, more supporters, superior sales, real revenue.